And okay, let's take a look at our roll call here. We are missing George Allen and Adam here. But the rest are present. So let's move on to approval of agenda. Take a look at the agenda. Does anyone have anything to add or any? Were there any other items of new business? That's where it started. Okay, same. All right, I'll go ahead and move to approve the agenda. And I will entertain a second. Yeah. Second, okay, I mean, we can still discuss.
No, sorry, I just was looking.
Okay. And, all in favor of approving the agenda as presented? Okay, moving on to approval of minutes of June 12th. So we'll take a. Yes, sorry. Okay,
Motion to approve the minutes.
okay, I'll second that. And all in favor of accepting the minutes as presented? Okay, that brings us to visitor comments on agenda items. Are there any visitor comments on stated agenda items? You have 3 minutes. Oh, please go ahead.
Okay. One thing I didn't understand how Mr. Keir, whatever his name in, could second the approval of the minutes from a meeting that he never attended. So how would he know what actually went on in that? Any sense to me why he would do that, but. Another thing is I wanted to comment on the 2 community members spoke. I guess that makes me feel like I'm lower class than you guys, because you know who we are. You want us to sign in, but you don't acknowledge us other than we're community members, which makes me feel class-wise. And I'm down here because you don't want to mention my name. You don't want to mention anything that I even talked about, which I think should be mentioned so the general public that reads your minutes knows what's going on. I did give you a compliment or whatever you want to call about putting the minutes out for the last meeting on your website. But I guess that was a little too soon because I see this month you didn't do it, which makes me wonder why. I was gonna FOIA it and then I got busy and didn't have the time to do that, but your minutes are not on the minute thing of the June, and I just don't understand why. You guys had a meeting with the townships, especially Hillsdale Township today, or I don't understand, and hopefully it come out in that so that we can find out what the legality is about the contracts. Certain legalities about it you talk about in the minutes. That would be nice for the people to know what you're actually talking about, unless you don't want that out there either. I see on your website that it did show the libraries in the county and who they represent, but I think everybody in all the townships in the county support whatever library they want to support. They're not directed to you guys, especially Hillsdale and Jefferson. I don't think that's true. I think if Hillsdale Township, because I know we pay $8,800 a year, which I think is extreme for what we pay. And if we could pay maybe $5,000 to Jonesville, we can still come in here and buy a card and use your library. I mean, we don't have to pay you guys that much money to do that. I think the libraries are great, this and that, but I think there's a little overcharging. I do know Hillsdale Township has been paying that $8,000 for probably over 20 years. It's never changed.
3 minutes, thank you.
Can I let yours on?
so in terms of circulation, I will say, we have summer reading going, so the biggest thing I wanted to mention is that, when I was looking at the statistics for, honestly, just for the previous month, but also some of this I was kind of doing like full fiscal year comparisons, but not entirely throughout the whole way, just because I didn't want to be super lengthy. But anyways, our adults have definitely, still been reading, but the biggest thing that I wanted to point out is it's very clear that adults are the avid readers during the winter and cold months. Their circulation numbers don't look nearly as impressive as the young adult and the children, or the both the youth sections. The fact that for kids books, chapter books, they pretty much doubled, as you can see, so it's not quite, but 242 in May were circulated, 452 in June were circulated, so that